Because you see, if you are even given a second chance, and you come and instead of thanking God and keeping mute, then we have pastors who, instead of putting the girl in order and telling the girl, say, what you have gone through, no, you are between sentencing and fine. If God have saved you, instead of coming out to thank God, you are rather coming out to fool on social media again. Some of us will go back for content. Afua say, I will go back. Now,
it was for every more VPA Aqua trending daily. So, nay, I says, and no first time I will share Jumedia. Over subscribe, be a pressing notification bell, no send a bear Jumedia be the baby on Sabeka. In Nibeka, yes, sister, if yes was nigger. Or nay, chairman wound to me, court case, be a ebabe told ya. Say, ya finding more contempt of courts. Yes, sister Mark Brown, any Mr. Logic, any A+, any ye papa Father Dixon, omuni na omoka. Emma Afua court ne man 10 days, he say uncle tra ewo prison. But if you echo back to the court, echo so say, omo fa 10 days, no omo fa nye fine, anasika no ontia. Na ehun sem no, echo koko ende last week, Emma ebeto just say, court no akatre sister Afua say ontia amount of money be. Now she should be of good behavior on social media. No free court hwa mon konko jubilate ewa abontin na yes sister Afua anya ne saa. Eno na lawyer Morris Ampa edi nsem bia abetu dwa say Afua no ase or person or say she is above the law. Inti Afua should meet her again in the court. Inti wasa di Afua court. Enche bia Afua betinenka omienko tie nsema lawyer Morris Ampa edi atudwa ne bad na aka ne de beka ho ye de obi bia ase.
the applicant is Chamawu to me, and the lawyer is lawyer Morris Ampa, and 5 lawyers involving UTV, Father Dixon, A+, Mr. Logic, Nana Mark Brown. Case and running for 4 months with all our legal arguments and submissions. At the end of the day, on the first day of December, the trial judge, Justice Emmanuel Ankama, emanated ruling. And the ruling was simple. The ruling granted my application. So I've made a solid case by 1, presenting the facts of the case, supporting it with affidavit evidence, video, documentary evidence. It took money to run these videos on pen drive. It took money to apply to the Ghana School of Languages to interpret these messages in Chi to English. It took money for one to me to engage the service of me to go to court for 4 months. Out of all pocket expenses were paid by Chemamu to me. Why am I doing that? Why did I decide to do it? I was trying to protect the integrity of the judiciary. I was trying to protect the image of the judiciary. I was trying to send a signal out there, say, when cases are in court, when judges sit on cases, they have judicial power. They are independent. So nobody dare interfere. Nobody have to disrespect the court. Nobody have to prejudice the matter before the court. And that was the message I sent out there. And I won the case. Me din kunim against 5 lawyers. If I was a lawyer, I count for Alex Muko for 2 lawyers. A+ for a lawyer. Nana Mama Brown for a lawyer. Another day, the court said that they are all guilty of contempt. Father Dixon was convicted but pardoned because he rendered an apology before he started case. No. A plus and render apology. So in the judgment, the court can say, oh yeah, na arrogant posture. Therefore, or sentencing no. 65 by finding 65,000 Ghana cedis. You know, be small money. 650 million cedis. Now McBrown was also sentenced because on the host one moderated program he was also fined. All this money I have found now is almost getting to about 3 billion cedis now. None of the money came to Chairman to me or lawyer Monsampa. So my application for the court now enriched the states almost with 3 billion cedis. Then about first in the judgment, the judge can say the reason why I'm finding a first Azega like Nana Brown, A plus, Mr. Logic, any Faradexen say one, a first Azega a party to the suits. So you should have known better. Number two, on the first asem niaba. Number three, wanya Brazil ni arrogant posture intino. Oman 10 days in prison. The court did not give A plus Father Dixon, Number Brown, the opportunity to even beg. Quickly, they have to go and pay 650,000 cedis. Or in default, no, they go to prison for 2 months. Omo signed a bond of good behavior for say omo behave well. They will behave well. Bond of good behavior. They should behave well for 2 years. Momu koye bibia ebe kire subamboni wa Ghana. Omo failure omo ko prison for 2 months. So A plus for Dixon say all whatever say Mr. Logic and Mara Brown omo nia ko signing bond no of good behavior. Thank God, since they signed that bond, Father Dixon is behaving well, A plus is behaving well, Nana Brown is behaving well, Logic is behaving well. Oma Kamanu they respected the decision of the court. I quite remember Nana Brown even went to say that I've learned my lessons. A plus control something on social media. No, he has been dragged to court for another contempt, which is pending, and that one I don't want to comment on it. But now Afua was absent in court. Afua was absent in court. In Tinanka, after 1st December, if Afua were in court, and 10 days no, what no koye. Ghanaians, you were here when Afua was in Ghana, but pretending that he was not in Ghana, or called self-hiding. Then decided to come to court with the excuse say, Oyare. Lawyer file application by court. Oyare no. Once the application is pending, no, we all saw a fair behavior. You see, at times this Ghana we have a problem. Immediately after the court, Afua started misbehaving on social media. In fact, OPN the 9th year chess on Oyare no Niano Jaye. No baby ye the day on social media. Obi aso Oyare no. Everybody who Afua kakebe for say because to dey me ya. If you go to 60,000 Ghana cedis. If you unsigned bond so obey good behavior for 36 months, which means for 3 years. Because every month there 12 months. Now, when to me, yes, Obeko prison for 3 months with no option of a fine. And this was the decision of the court. The other Ghanaian, you have to now critically examine the judgment. As a lawyer, I'll finish with that contempt case. Because I am the lawyer in the matter, no. The discretion falls on the judge. Judge, on our sentence will be. No, see, Nipa no deserve a second chance. And Tiono, we did not do me so. I'm on the second chance. So Nipa no cop to a fine instead of prison. If it's only Panoson signed bond, say 3 years only some money wa Ghana. Now the question that I want to ask in this judgment is say, if everybody deserves a second chance, then all the criminals in Ghana should also deserve a second chance. In fact, court. Let's bring them and give them a second chance. We should avoid selective justice. And these are the things that the judiciary will do. They will send the wrong signal out there. Say some people are above the law and some people are very influential than others in this country. Yes, a first Azega sentence 10 days. That'll be second chance. Oh my God. And you see the painful thing. The person who has been given second chance comes out and is still fooling on social media. Or still fooling. I was in court when the judge said that he should not even go and jubilate. But it's disrespect. See, this is what I'm talking about. Say, yeah, you're very careful. Judiciary, you lose it all. Me, I'll say it all. It's not because of a first case, but for the larger good. When this sentence came, Ghanaians were jubilating. They were sad. We sent a strong signal out there that Justice Sophia Akufu sent the signal out there. There are a lot of judges are sending signal out there, but if you are not very careful, these social media influencers, they will destroy the court. Oh. If you look at people like Kevin Telamo, and then the way people are insulting the judges in this country on social media, and we try to bring sanity to check those people, and we want to give them second chance to go and fool, second chance to go and misbehave, second chance to go and insult, second chance to go and act in impunity. Is that what we want as a nation? If this is what we want, we will have it. Because you see, if you are even given a second chance, and you come and instead of thanking God and keeping mute, then we have pastors who, instead of putting the girl in order and telling the girl, say, what you have gone through, no, you are between sentencing and fine. If God have saved you, instead of coming out to thank God, you are rather coming out to fool on social media again. Some of us will go back for contempt. Monkanche Afua say, I will go back. Lawyer Pao, I am going back to cite you again for contempt. Because you have a duty, you have signed a bond to be of good behavior. And if your behavior is insulting people, you go back to court. It's a signal I'm giving you. You see, let everybody, let at first you know that if he's behaved 10 times, you go to court 10 times. I'll drag him to court again. You see, we are fighting impunity. We are fighting impunity. This fight is not about the first Gao. This fight is to ensure that people respect the court. This fight is to ensure justice. That people who are influential in society are not above the law. How many people got a second chance? Now, with this judgment, critically, have we been fair to the number background? Have we been fair to A+? Have you been fair to Mr. Logic? Have you been fair to Father Dixon? No. Because they were not given a second chance. Mr. Judge, your judgment is highly discriminatory. Because if A+ also will find no 60,000, or more must also say second chance and count about 30,000. But they were not given a second chance. Why Afua second chance in the judgment? Why is the ruling of 1st December that says that Afua have been arrogant and he has not shown remorse? What changed within 1st December to 31st December? 1 month. What changed? What behavior did Afua showed remorse, apology? Let's play from 1st December up to 31st December. What Afua was doing in this country. boozing, or no monsa, or did was a sem, or did a malfatem. Is that remorse? You see, some of us, we are ready to die. Look, this case that I did, I sacrificed a lot. My liberty was at stake. My security was at stake. I've lost friends. I lost dear ones. I've been insulted. I've been attacked. But I'm doing this thing for the sake of the judiciary. Because if we don't protect the judiciary and send signal out there, say, judges and the judiciary is there to ensure that people who violate the laws.
It's able to for video in your Koshaban. Your best of so comments, Beba. Over like ye, Jimmy, no, I share my for France or Monsaka. Ye do be a cram.